What if I told you our future isn't on Earth? That in a few decades, humans might wake up to a sunrise not blue but blood red? That your grandchildren might grow up not in cities with cars, trees and Wi-Fi, but inside domes, growing potatoes in Martian dirt? It sounds like science fiction, but it's not. From billionaires like Elon Musk to space agencies to entire nations, humanity is preparing for its biggest leap ever. A leap not just across countries, but across planets. Today, we dive into a mission so massive, so mysterious, and so risky that it could either save our species or doom it. Welcome to the story of colonizing Mars. Oh, and before we blast off, subscribe, or the Martians might abduct your Wi-Fi signal. You've been warned. Let's face it, Earth is incredible. It's got waterfalls, puppies, and pizza. But it's also fragile. Climate change is escalating. Pandemics, nuclear threats, population booms, and depleting resources. Earth feels like a ticking clock with no snooze button. Stephen Hawking warned us, if humanity wants to survive long term, we must become a multiplanetary species. Not because we want to abandon Earth, but because having a second home increases our odds of survival. So, why Mars? Among all the planets in our solar system, Mars is the most Earth-like. It has seasons, a 24.6-hour day, frozen water at its poles, and while its atmosphere is thinner than your excuses to avoid the gym, it's there. Venus, literal acid rain. Jupiter, a gas giant. The Moon, cute, but too small to hold a real colony. Mars is harsh, but it's possible. A blank slate, a chance to start fresh. Let's talk distance. Mars orbits an average of 225 million kilometers away from Earth. At its closest, it's still 55 million kilometers, a 6 to 9 month journey. That's like taking a road trip, if the road was made of death and cosmic radiation. Enter SpaceX's Starship, fully reusable, stainless steel, shiny like a rocket from a science fiction comic. Designed to carry up to 100 people per trip, Starship is the centerpiece of Elon Musk's dream, a self-sustaining city on Mars by 2050. NASA, China, and even the UAE are jumping in too. The competition is heating up, and Mars is the prize. But this isn't your average vacation. Space travel includes microgravity, which weakens your bones, solar flares, and space radiation that could damage your DNA. And don't forget the psychological toll. Months of isolation in a tight space, staring at the same few people, no fresh air, no real-time contact with Earth. NASA is running simulations putting people in isolation chambers for months to study behavior. You land on Mars. The hatch opens. The wind howls. The temperature, -60 degrees Celsius. The air, 96% carbon dioxide. Take off your helmet and, well, let's just say you wouldn't be alive to regret it. To survive, we need habitats. Pressurized domes, possibly buried underground to shield against radiation. NASA and private firms are experimenting with inflatable modules, lava tube bases, and regolith-covered bunkers. Food. We can't live on dehydrated ice cream forever. Mars colonists will need hydroponics, aeroponics, and even algae farms. Think the Martian movie, but every day. Scientists have already grown crops in Martian soil simulants right here on Earth. Water. It's locked in ice. Future missions aim to mine and purify it. NASA's MOXIE device has already made small amounts of oxygen from CO2 on Mars. Mars isn't just a survival game. It's the ultimate test of innovation. If you think growing lettuce on a dead planet is cool, hit like and subscribe. Because surviving Mars is hard, but missing BrainChain videos is harder. Now the big question, who gets to go? Spoiler, not your neighborhood TikToker, at least not yet. The first Martians will be engineers, scientists, doctors and builders, highly trained, emotionally stable, able to do CPR, fix an oxygen generator, and cook dinner all in a day's work. SpaceX wants to send thousands, maybe 1 million people in the coming decades. But there's debate. Who funds it? Who owns the land? What happens if a Martian baby is born? Will they be Earth citizens or Martian? International laws like the Outer Space Treaty say no nation can claim celestial bodies, but they don't mention private companies. Could Elon Musk technically be the landlord of Mars? It's a legal Wild West. And what about ethics? Do we have the right to terraform Mars, to alter a planet that may have microscopic life? The debate isn't just about rockets, it's about philosophy. Mars has fascinated humanity for centuries. The ancient Romans named it after their god of war. Early astronomers thought the dark lines on its surface were canals proof of life. In 1976, NASA's Viking mission photographed what looked like a giant face carved into the Martian surface. Aliens, ancient civilizations, alien war scars. Science says it was a trick of light and shadow, but conspiracy lovers aren't convinced. Then there's panspermia, the idea that life on Earth began with microbes from Mars. Some meteorites from Mars contain organic molecules. Could we be Martian refugees who just forgot? Even science flirts with mystery. Mars has the largest volcano in the solar system, Olympus Mons, and a canyon so big it makes the Grand Canyon look like a paper cut. Something happened there. So let's imagine we survive. We have shelters, food, water, and oxygen. Robots build our cities. Solar panels power everything. Kids grow up never knowing what rain feels like. And Earth. It's a pale blue dot in the Martian sky. Society would evolve. Martian cities might be dome-linked networks with their own culture, art, slang, and even accents. New laws, new traditions. Maybe even Martian sports. Gravity's weaker, so slam dunks for everyone. And in time, we terraform. Not in decades, but centuries. Machines pumping greenhouse gases, mirrors in orbit reflecting sunlight, melting ice caps, making Mars warm, wet, and green again. From survival, to civilization, to transformation. Mars will no longer be a place we visit. It will be a place we belong. We're not just sending robots to Mars. We're sending our hopes, our fears, our stories. Colonizing Mars is the biggest adventure we've ever attempted. Not because it's easy, but because it forces us to evolve, to dream bigger, to survive smarter. And if we fail, at least we tried. We looked up, we reached out, and we dared to leave home. If that journey inspired you, hit subscribe. Like the video, drop a comment. Would you live on Mars, or stay behind and watch the live stream? This is BrainChain signing off from Earth, for now.